We, the people of the mandatory mass surveillance state, demand no mandatory vaccines for U.S. citizens, no mandatory microchipping, no mass surveillance under any and all circumstances. We'll talk about this petition later. But the WHO and the CDC now recommend that we all wear blindfolds along with our masks to protect us from seeing what's really going on. Let's get to it. Elon Musk calls one of the world's top lockdown advocates an utter tool who does absurdly fake science after he was caught breaking his own rules to meet his married lover, who happens to be one of the leading climate alarmists who wants the world shut down. This is the prick, and that's the look. Professor Neil Ferguson quits his government role after decades of false predictions, fear-mongering, controlling the narrative, and undermining the lockdown. Yes, Professor Neil Ferguson, whose advice, well, first of all, this guy claimed that by May 1st, 2 million people would be dead in the U.S. from COVID-19. Shut down the whole world, this prick, while he smuggles in a married woman to bang in his house without a mask during a lockdown, undermining the message of social distancing. That is downplaying it quite a bit. The woman he's in a relationship is not only married, but she's one of the top global warming alarmists who's been screaming for shutting down airline travel, car traffic worldwide for years. And guess what just happened? Well, I hope this guy gets sued, gets jailed. He should be eliminated. Now, was Trump right about hydroxychloroquine? Yes, he couldn't even be more right than any other human on earth. Yet the media is still claiming, and even a study said that it was actually detrimental. It couldn't be further from the truth. Please read this article. Now, here's some of the facts. They've been tracking the hydroxychloroquine treatment and outcomes all over the world. Okay? Long story short, hydroxychloroquine treated patients worldwide have a case fatality rate of 0.5%, whereas the worldwide rate is currently at 6.9%. In other words, current evidence suggests you're more than 12 times more likely to die if you're diagnosed with COVID-19 and you do not get the hydroxychloroquine treatment. That brings the numbers way up 12 times. If they ban that, like they did in Michigan, you can't even get it. You see what's happening there? Now, vitamin D insufficiency is prevalent in severe COVID-19 patients. No one in the media is telling you to drink milk, go outside in the sun, take a vitamin D3 supplement. No one. But there's a paper here that proves that if you're deficient in vitamin D, if you're locked inside on purpose during a lockdown, you will get severe COVID-19 because it's prevalent in those that are vitamin D insufficient. That means people who have been locked in their homes. People who have not been directed to go outside and get sun every day. Drink milk, take a vitamin D3 supplement, eat leafy green vegetables, high in oxalic acid, like kale and turnip greens. Do it now. We have a great editorial column in a private newspaper here in Pagosa online called the Pagosa Daily Post. Back to work? No thanks. Here's another problem. Now, they've given you stimulus checks and unemployment. For the majority of people that live in this poverty world, unemployment is paying $15 an hour. Why would they go back to their $9 an hour job? No one would. Let's go back to the quote unquote pandemic, put ourselves at quote unquote risk for $9 an hour when the government's going to dole me out 15. How stupid do they think these humans are? How stupid do they think we are? And now Greta Thunberg launching a campaign to fight coronavirus with $100,000 of the Greta Thunberg Fund. What the is that? And look how creepy her eyes are. The psychology behind why some people won't wear masks. Well, it's called tyranny, folks. Don't read this CNN chart. Most Americans have never had to wear a mask. When I see Asians wearing masks in the supermarket, I'm like, I think they're sick or they're infectious or something. And listen to Fauci himself, please. There you have it.
Right now in the United States.
From the schmutz himself, Anthony Schmutz Fauci. 3 Russian doctors fall from windows amid coronavirus fight. Now, these 3 doctors, and there's 2 of them, 2 doctors appeared on video complaining about working conditions amid the coronavirus pandemic. The doctor on the left, Alexander Shulapov, is fighting for his life after falling from a window. The 2 other guys are dead already from falling from a window. Have you heard of HR 6666? I can't make that up. To authorize the Secretary of Health and Human Services to award grants to eligible entities, and there that is, to conduct diagnostic testing for the fake pandemic and related activities such as contact tracing, which is monitoring your every movement, through mobile health units, and as necessary at individuals' residences. Do you know what would happen if people start testing you from house to house? They'd be spreading the disease unless they change their PPE every single house for millions upon millions of people. And they don't even have PPE in hospitals. How much of a joke is this? How could this even be a proposed law? House Resolution 666 is literally from hell. And let's get back to the currently still up there on We the People. There's a petition. This will go to the White House if it just hits a few tens of thousands more SIGs. No mandatory vaccines for U.S. citizens. No mandatory microchipping. No mass surveillance under any circumstances. Signed by Q. Well, actually signed by Diamond. I have successfully signed this petition. And you should too. And to verify it, you have to put a legitimate email, go back and click in your email, or it won't be counted. 20,000 more, and Trump will get it right on his desk. Now, I want to reiterate before we end up tonight that the WHO and the CDC now recommend that we all wear blindfolds along with our masks to protect us from seeing what I just showed you. What are murder hornets? Well, I just made a video. And how much toilet paper do you really need to buy? Well, leave that up to me, to the media. Hope you got something out of the video. Sign the petition. Take no for an answer. They are not sticking me with anything, ever. Period. Be safe. We love you. Share this video. Share this video and this petition.